Do you want to reduce stress and anxiety, lose weight, stop smoking, or any of a number of other things? Border Hypnotherapy Centre can help. Get in touch with Elaine Henderson at borderhypnotherapy.co.uk.
Melrose came to Selkirk as hot favourites, fourth in the table, while Selkirk were struggling down in 11th position. But this was a border derby, and that means the phone book gets torn up and thrown away. As usual, a huge support for Selkirk, plenty of Melrose fans as well inside the Philippoch ground. And it wasn't too long before they saw the first scoring chance, and it fell to Selkirk. A neat move in midfield involving Gavin Craig and Ross Armstrong, then Darren Clapperton with the ball, and with Rob Taylor in support it was odds on for a try. But Darren went it alone, and he was brought down by Jamie Murray. But moments later, Mike McVie took a quick tap penalty out to Fraser Harkness, and Selkirk were on the board. And the fact that it was scored out on the touchline made no difference to David Cassidy, who kicked the extras for a 7-0 lead. After just 6 games, Cassidy was the second most prolific Borders point scorer in the Premiership. But Melrose came straight back with this excellent try, started by John DL, passing to Scott White, and finished off superbly by Fraser Thompson. Certainly one of the tries of the season, and an absolute joy to watch as he weaved his way through the Selkirk defence to run in without a Selkirk hand even touching him. Melrose had scored 20 tries before this game, and with a team which sniff out chances constantly, they're always a danger to any side. Scott White and Fraser Thompson linking up here to make valuable ground and set up the next phase of play. Good support work gave Rob Christie bags of space to get the ball out. In came Jamie Murray, coming in at the angle and putting in a neat sidestep to go past Fraser Harkness. Melrose in front with another try. It was a fabulous piece of play to get past Harkness, and he'd have been delighted with that score. Scott White converted, and the Melrose Tails were well and truly up. Even from inside their own half, they were willing to be inventive, and with Christie putting Grant Runciman away, this very nearly led to a third try. But Alan Dodds was tackled well by Niall Godsmark, and Selkirk won a penalty for not releasing. But there were many more attacking moves by the visitors, and here Callum Anderson tested Selkirk's defence with an up and under. Callum Marshall took it well, gave the ball to McVie, and Clapperton put in a good kick down the left channel. Good to see both teams committed to attacking rugby. It came back on the Melrose side and off they went again, but they were guilty of holding on, and that gave Selkirk a kickable penalty chance. A bit of back chat there, and that kickable penalty became even easier, especially for someone of the calibre of David Cassidy, and that was an expensive lesson for Melrose to learn, as the ball went straight between the posts, and when they were penalised again a few minutes later, Cassidy put his side in front. So things pretty much even on the park, but it was time for Melrose to step up a gear, and Scott White found hooker Wayne Mitchell, who'd equalled the club record for a forward with his 84th touchdown the week before. He didn't score here, but his work set up Melrose for their third try, great hands, and finished by Callum Anderson. Rob Christie, Scott White, John DL, Fraser Thompson and Callum Anderson all involved in that one, and they made it look very easy. And Scott White converted to stretch the lead to 6. But before the break, they wrapped up the try bonus point thanks to Ross Miller's break. Harkness put in a very good tackle, but the two back row men, Grant Runciman and John DL, were there to carry the move on and extend the lead. It's always good to watch Miller in full flight, deceptively fast and very powerful, so full marks to Harkness for knocking him back. But the importance of good support play was shown clearly here, with Runciman and DL combining to get the bonus point. And with Scott White again successful with the conversion, things were looking good for Melrose.
BBC Cars, where love is a journey, not a destination.
Coaches Graham Marshall and Rodney Powell would have had some words to say at the interval, but early on in the second half it was Melrose who had the first scoring opportunity with a break from Graham Dodds. It looked as if a fifth try was on the cards, but Jamie Murray couldn't get the ball away to John DL. Selkirk nibbled away at the Melrose lead with another penalty, but White cancelled it out moments later. There was one yellow card in the game, with DL going off for 10 minutes after one infringement too many, and that gave Selkirk a bit of a boost. And when Cassidy broke away, things were looking brighter for the home side. It put Selkirk deep into Melrose territory, and from there they had an excellent chance to create something. Cassidy chipped the ball over the head of Kieran Cooney, and there was Gordon Patterson to touch down. Great delivery again from McVie to Cassidy, a lovely little kick which just went right, and Selkirk were very much back in the match. Cassidy missed the conversion, but he'd still need to do more kicking as the game reached the final stages. Gavin Craig went on one of his famous runs and tried to put Callum Johnson away, but the kick didn't bounce kindly, although Anderson had to take the ball over his own line and then lost control, but Fraser Thompson was back to beat Craig to the touchdown. But it was an attacking scrum for Selkirk and another possibility of capitalising. McVie's pass, though, was too high for Harkness, and the ball went into touch. Cassidy kicked a late penalty to get to within a try of Melrose, and that was all the encouragement they needed as they pushed for the win. Selkirk showed that they're very happy to move the ball about, and this final chance for them to score deserves some points. But it wasn't to be, and soon after the final whistle blew and Melrose had hung on.
I don't know what it is. I mean, it's a massively talented team, and the potential's always there. And come games like when the league's split and the British and Irish Cup comes around, we have to start making that potential tell. And I can't put my finger on what's happening, but we're just not that far away, I don't think, from making it click.
I think it's definitely one that got away. I think we played well. Sort of weeks gone by, we've played for 30 minutes, played for 40 minutes. But today we had about 5 minutes lapse of concentration, and we played for 75 minutes. And we looked dangerous every time we played. And really disappointed we didn't win that.
First half we got our 4 tries, which we really targeted for this week, and then at half time the same old story as last week, and we really slipped off the gas and let Selkirk back into the game.
Look at it now, I mean, we give away silly tries, and that seems to be kind of theme for us this year, giving ourselves too much to do, but quite happy with the desire and the performance, just lacked a wee bit of quality at the end.
I'm delighted with the win. Obviously, come to Selkirk get 5 points is great. But I wish them all the best, because they showed a real effort today. And if they play that against every other team, I'm sure they'll win games. Good luck to them.